Hi, today I'm going to be showcasing how to beat some of the most difficult GvG defenses in the game. My friend Guy is going to help me out for this one. He's just going to put his defense into RTA. I'm going to use the team and I'm going to show how it works because it actually works pretty similarly against most defenses because from what I've seen nowadays, most top defenses tend to be like RB, control stuff, Roman, Riolet, very, very common, and it beats them all in pretty much the same way. Because a lot of people have difficulty, I think, making consistent defense teams that win, but also offense teams because especially with how many RNG defenses there are, like, look at this. It's an Ibra defense break, it's not 100% chance, not 100% chance, I mean, a great attack buff, this is a full RNG team. There's a lot of ways it can high roll, but in general, this offense has enough tools to win in most situations, besides the like absolute worst case ones. And in those situations, there's often not many like guaranteed wins. You know, what can beat the the triple abyssal proc, double grit attack buff, full defense break? Not huge amounts. Oh, it actually fucks up once PS has been bottom. I don't think it matters that much. Or if it does, we'll see how it matters. But just see how it goes. I have triple immunity because that's really useful in this team. So, sure, okay. Almost a worst case scenario. Actually might make a difference too if I get defense broken and I can't on my SSB. See, this should win. So we see there's layers and layers of RNG, but SSB by itself is enough damage to beat these defenses. I mean, this should kill, right? Barely not. It's a shame. Doesn't proc Alexas, which is, I mean, you can call that RNG, I guess, but for the most part, it's quite. There aren't many scenarios where this defense can high roll enough to win, is the point. And that goes for most defenses. Take like RB Riolet FCC, that defense gets obliterated by this one. Okay, he double doesn't proc, great attack buff, but again, it shouldn't matter. Because, okay, worst case scenario here was that I got defense broken or something on my SSB and she dies. But even in that scenario, Krau gets a horse. Yeah, I think actually Dude was made here, which is a shame. But I actually didn't have Proof of Valor on her, and wait, does she even die? She doesn't. Okay, well, there you go. So I fucked up most parts of this team. I have no Proof of Valor, so it's super scuffed. I've got Celestine on instead, and it just doesn't matter because Drink SSB can just 1v3 a team like that. So maybe this is really just an SSB showcase, but can you see how scuffed this is? And it just wins. It's really, really safe. We use it against most forts and strongholds, and it hasn't failed in any key situation, especially if you have scouting. You know how speeds are going to line up. You can plan out how the fight will go for the most part, or you can know that in most scenarios you should just win anyway. So just to have a look at the SSB, she is, say, low speed, crit cap but no crit damage. The effectiveness doesn't really matter, to be honest, because you're mostly targeting squishies, and then 4.5k attack. The HP and defense isn't very good either. I'd rather have another, like, at least 200 defense. But I don't, because I'm using the, again, like, literally free Abyss gear. So, like, my gear didn't even roll that well for the most part. Like, speed isn't that good. I'd rather have more HP, although the crit chance is nice. These boots are like a flat attack, and this, has no crit damage on it, or defense again. So this is the nicest piece on her. So the SSB build is really easy to get. If you have SSB and you have a drink, that's pretty much all you need. Again, it doesn't even have to be 30. Just having it, 24, which And most people who have drink for a while, and you had to put it a while ago, should have a drink that's getting plussed up. So if you have this, that's like the main thing really. And then the Krau build is really just trying to stay alive. It has high speed HP defense, or like just, already just medium speed. Point is that you want to get the S3 off after they've hit you. So what this is especially good for is targeting RBs, because the way RB's built most commonly nowadays is like 210 plus. So this always goes second to RB, and then he gets to S3 or S2. In general, I don't expect to get to defense buff up, although if you were going to do that, I would cut all the effect res pretty much, or some of the HP tankiness, but I really like the tankiness and trying to get defense buff up to compensate for the lower defense. So yeah, this build is quite good, but if you want to just drop all the effect res, these stats are achievable by most people, I think. And again, like, free gear is your friend. And then the maid Chloe is not on my best gear. Immunity is important enough that I've prioritized it, but usually she should be on drink. Not drink, sorry. Be on proof of valor. Have a plus 27 one. Again, like, that's free. And this gear isn't that good. Again, that's like one of the best pieces on her, but it's 67. That's a good piece, to be fair. But yeah, you can see that's like 2 rolls into defense there, just 2 max rolls and that's it. I mean, it's not that good. It's not that good, and it just wins anyway. So we have a situation where you have a team which is short, 1 Emerald 5-star, 1 limited, and Frau, who's very sought after. But a lot of people that at least are in our guild have these 3 units, and everyone who's pretty end game should have this kind of gear available, even if it's on other units. But I'd really recommend building this team, because you can use this offense against pretty much everything, and it just wins. So give it a shot if you haven't, and let me know if it works for you.